We want to give you a tour of the main features of the tool. Once you've logged on, you'll find a home screen. There you'll find folders where you can keep your live and archived negotiations, and space to create a wish list and a concession list library. We'll talk more about those later. Let's create a new project. Select My Negotiations and then choose to create a new project. First of all, fill out who it is you're negotiating with. Then give your project a name. Then importantly, try to distill the conflict down to a single sentence or a short introduction. Try to be absolutely clear what it is you want to achieve. Once you click on Submit, the project is created. From here on in, everything you do is saved automatically. We navigate using the tab system at the top of the page. The first thing to do is capture the main issues. Remember, you'll need to break these down into as many component parts as you possibly can. The goal is to create as much flexibility as we can and to maximise our understanding and prioritisation of those issues. As you enter them, constantly question the validity of them. Ask yourself, under what circumstances would I be prepared to go beyond the positions I'm adopting? If I had to choose A over B, if I had to choose payment terms over a retainer, would I? If you need help at any point from scotwork, click on the button in the top right-hand corner and you can submit a form. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. Once you've identified the main issues, move on to create your wish list. There are a number of ways that you can add items to this. But as you build a library of wishlist items, you may choose to import items from here. If you think you've hit upon a useful wishlist item, you could choose to add it to the library so you can use it in future negotiations. If you're struggling, why not let us help? We've created a variable generator. Click on one of the buttons to get ideas around how to use time or how to use different elements of trading to create a wishlist item. In addition, remember, a really good wishlist item is worth an awful lot to you, but doesn't cost the other side very much to give you. We've included a matrix to allow you to capture this and plan how you might use your wishlist effectively. The next tab is that of the concession list. This is every bit as important as your wish list. Great negotiators plan where they have flexibility and they're prepared to use that flexibility to maximum effect. You can fill out your concession list in exactly the same way as you did the wish list, entering items or importing them from the library, or choosing to use the variable generator if you need new ideas. The important thing to remember with your concession list is, while it's important to work out what it costs you, the most important thing is what is your concession worth to the other side. Again, we've included the matrix to allow you to do this effectively. Make sure you record your opening statement. It's the only part of the negotiating process you can really plan. It's important to set the agenda, maybe set the tone, set the intended outcome, or maybe agree a framework for agreeing the deal. You might choose to outline any no-go areas or deal breakers that you think it's important to be clear about from the start. Next, we've included a matrix to help you think about the balance of power. The balance between the incentives and the sanctions, the good news and bad news that creates the leverage in a negotiation. We've included sections to think about what it is that you want, what it is that they want, what you would wish to avoid, and what they would wish to avoid. It's a combination of these factors that creates the balance of power. With regards to information, there are two main things to consider. Firstly, are there gaps in my information? Are there questions that I need to ask of the other side? Capture those questions. Secondly, what information should I be giving to the other side? The key phrase here is structuring expectations. If I give the information, does it manage their expectations of where the deal will be struck towards my end of the bargaining arena, in which case tell them, or towards their end of the bargaining arena, in which case keep quiet? We're very excited that the preparation tool allows you to invite colleagues to collaborate with you on a project remotely. Provided they have the preparation tool installed as well, they can receive an email and join you to work on that project. Even better, when you've finished that project, you can uninvite them. The final tab is simply Files. If you think it would be useful to include any other documents, you can upload them here. You have the option, if you can't resist it, to print the objective sheet so that you can take it with you. Simply click the button at the top of the screen. All too often, the piece we neglect is the debrief. Once the meeting or the negotiation has taken place, we suggest that you go back in and finish the project. By that, we've given you a space to include your concluding comments and any thoughts that you think will be useful for the future. Do this and then click Finish, and the project will be archived. As the number of negotiations that you take part in grows, so will the number of wishlist and concession list items. You can manage the libraries from the home screen, adding, deleting and editing items as you see fit.